Hello everyone and welcome to today's gaming test where we feature the OnePlus Nord 2T 5G. Yes, that is the official full name of this phone and I think it's just a little bit weird, but nonetheless, this is surprisingly good of a phone in terms of both performance, size and also the overall hardware that it offers, and also at a rather affordable price as well. So the OnePlus Nord 2T 5G comes with the Dimensity 1300 chipset, and it also has 8 gigs of RAM and also 128 gigs of storage for our particular version here. So what we'll do is to head into a game and then swipe from the top left or right corner, and then we can enable Pro Gamer mode, which unlocks a much higher performance level so that the phone has a higher thermal limit to achieve more performance. And then we'll also enable the system information here so that we can see the frame rate, the CPU and GPU utilization as well. And then in Genshin Impact, we'll be using the highest graphical settings at 60 FPS to see how much we can push this chipset. And surprisingly, throughout our gameplay here, we get about 40 plus-ish FPS, somewhere around the low 40s, which is surprisingly good given that we are currently using it at the highest graphical settings. And we should also take note that after Genshin Impact version 2.7, a lot of optimization has been done to the game, so a lot of mid-range smartphones can also run it at the highest graphical quality above 30 FPS, and this chipset is surprisingly powerful. and it also doesn't heat up that much. So if we use our thermal camera here, the hottest spot that I can see is only at about 37.1, which is very low in terms of surface temperature, and if you're gonna touch the phone, it only feels slightly warm to the touch. And then for PUBG New State, I just max out all of the graphical settings and then hop into a game, and surprisingly it can reach somewhere around 60 FPS throughout the whole gameplay, so yeah, no complaints there. As for COD Mobile, the graphical settings are as shown on the screen here. We can't do much, but of course the performance is more than enough to run this game at 60 FPS, so again, no problems here.
Hardpoint identified. It's too close. Fight harder. Get down! Sniper! Need backup. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Taking the lead. Hardpoint is ours. Locked down. Hardpoint contested. Online. Hardpoint combat contested. Take them down. Enemy in sight. Hardpoint identified. Enemy contact. Target down. Hardpoint lost. Point is ours. Hardpoint contested. Take them down. Be advised, hostile hunter-killer drone inbound. Enemy in sight. Friendly hunter-killer is too close. Fight harder. Hardpoint contested. Taking the lead. Hardpoint contested. Predator missile inbound. Hardpoint contested. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Point is ours. Let's go, let's go! Sniper! Enemy in sight! Let's go, let's go! Hardpoint contested. Let's go, let's go! Friendly hunter-killer drone deployed. Hardpoint contested inbound. Counter UAV is up. Good work. Hardpoint contested. Friendly shock RC is ready. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Friendly SRC is coming inbound. Objective almost complete. Keep it up. Sentry gun deployed. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Stealth chopper awaiting orders. Hard point contested. Hard point contested. Stealth chopper inbound.
As for Mobile Legends, it is also the same story as the two previous games, so we max out the graphical settings available on this phone and it can reach somewhere around 60 FPS consistently, so again, no complaints here.
You can't run from my arrow. The way of the arrow. Swift, silent, and precise. First blood. Ally has been slain. Wise choice. The way of the bow. Flexible, reserved, and understated. The moon may be dark, but our hope outlives everything. An enemy has been slain. May the moon forever shine upon us. An ally has been slain. Wise choice. Enemy has been slain. Enemy has been slain. Where do you think you're going? An ally has been slain. The forest might burn, the moon may be dark, but our hope outlives everything. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy. You can't run from my arrow. Your team destroyed a turret.
And there we have it. This is the full gaming performance test of the OnePlus Nord 2T 5G. I personally do like this phone a lot and our full review of this phone will come soon as well. So do subscribe to our channel and also let us know what you want to know more about this phone in particular. And we'll see you in that review. Goodbye.